Welcome to Bullshit TV. I am your host. On today's docket, we're talking about the Uvalde school shooting that happened, I want to say late last year. Um, yeah, May 24th, 2022. There's been multiple sources that I am getting this information that I'm about to share with you guys from MNBC, MSNBC, Yahoo News, the Turbine, and all of this stuff. So I'm gonna just read a couple of pieces from certain articles that I feel like they're good sources, but it's all over the news now that it's been a major update, but it's basically bullshit. That's why I made this platform to expose the bullshit that we already know. The news we know is the news. So, the Justice Department on Thursday released a 600-page report on the response to the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, one of the deadliest in U.S. history. 19 adolescents lost their lives that day, and two teachers protecting those children. The massacre at Robb Elementary School on May 24th, 2022. During the press conference after it released, Attorney General Merrick Garland said of the victims whose family he met with Wednesday, their loved ones deserved better. Everybody's in my opinion, everybody's loved one. It doesn't matter if you're elderly, you're working class, nothing's wrong with you, and definitely the children. Innocent people needs to be protected. If you're coming out with all these laws, and the United States is always um, hard on crime, but crime is steady coming and per- perpetrating throughout the United States of America. Not just the United States, but we having a real big issue with this, the gun lobbyists, with these gun laws and the restrictions, because something like this should have never happened. But basically, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and just refresh your memory because it's been so many mass shootings over the course of the past, I want to say decades or whatever. So basically, what happened at Robb Elementary School? It was a young man. He walked into the school after he violently attacked one of his grandparents, took their vehicle, crashed it not that far from the school, and then started ringing out some gunfire. And it was reported that whatever happened to the police, but it took the police 72 minutes to be able to breach the door that the active shooter was in, and he locked himself in a room with a teacher and a lot of students. So basically, those children, a lot of children didn't survive that horrific day. But to continue, uh, local officials are looking to bring charges with the lack of response, because for 72 minutes we watched police officers let those ammunitions ring out with those children. I'm not a police officer. I wouldn't even know how to start with that. But it was reported that the door didn't lock back after a teacher or a aide of the school used the door, but it was a complaint that was issued way before this incident happened that the door needed to be properly looked at and addressed, and that didn't happen. So that's how the suspect ended up into the school. And it's such a sad day. And so the Justice Department is trying to come in and assess so something like this would never happen again. But we all seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? They was reporting one thing and another thing was coming out. And some of the parents was even they was trying to get into the school themselves to help their children and whoever they else could. And it was people jumping the fence. One of the officers actually tried to arrest one of the. They did detain a parent, and the parent somehow fibbed her way out of the handcuffs, and she ran straight to the school with no type of training, none of that, because for humanity to stay in existence, sometimes you have to just go with your gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's a heroic move. And then even after the fact that she did accomplish something, but 19 souls were still lost. And but it was no training. A lot of the parents couldn't understand why they were standing back and letting this type of shit happen. I don't know what we have to do as a country because the minority is the majority. Because most of the people that's in the suits, they really don't care because unless it happens to them, and then even then, their pockets is so lined up with APAC money that they won't change the proper procedures so to keep from things happening like this. This is supposed to be a land of hard on crime, and crime is steady happening. That was one of the worst days, definitely when it's innocent children. You know what I'm saying? And all of those children will go to heaven. I don't know about their parents. No shade on the parents, no shade to the police officers, but those children and those teachers are going to heaven. That's how I look at it because the innocence was taken from this earth, and that wasn't right. So I really didn't get into the details, but it was just bringing me flashbacks of when I heard about this, and then the police officers try to blame one department after another, but y'all so go blue. It's a thin blue line, and you're blaming other departments when there was multiple agencies there that had the equipment, had the knowledge, some type of training. 72 minutes could they have broken it down to an hour? Could they have broken it down to 45 minutes? We don't know, but we know that something did not accompany those children going home that day. So I just want y'all to go ahead, put your comments down below, and we're going to figure this thing out. We can't depend on Congress, people. We have to figure this out. Like, this should have been executive order with these weapons, executive order for negligence, executive orders for everything. I don't care who's the president is at this time. Something has to change, because if you don't take care of the root of the problem, the sickness and the it's just going to keep progressing. So until next time, I will bring you a better update. I'm gonna go ahead and actually read these articles, but I don't. I'm pretty sure know what it is. Oh, we have to look into this, and we're gonna go past something. It should have been done. We shouldn't have to wait. Those parents should not have waited this long, and it shouldn't have happened at all. So go ahead, put down your comments. What can we do as a country to keep this? I'm not saying that we can stop it, but we can slow it down. You know what I'm saying? It seems like the United States is the only country that's having this gun problem. You know what I mean? I mean, other countries have their own issues, but for a country to always say they hard on crime, they hard on drugs, they hard on this, and it's steady happening. It's not making sense. So to me, you're lying, and you shouldn't be lying on the graves and the sake of innocent children that just want to go to school, learn, see their little friends, play with blocks and all that other stuff. But go ahead, put your comments down below, and I have a better update later on in the day.